Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, you asked us to look into something, well, pretty essential: financial literacy.
Yeah, it's a big one. Can feel a bit daunting sometimes.
Totally. So we're going to try and give you a shortcut, pull out the key stuff. We're drawing from the Money Talks, Demystifying Financial Literacy podcast.
Specifically, their first episode, The Foundation of Financial Freedom. It features Alex, the host, and Tasha Mwangi, a financial coach.
Right. And our mission here is basically to figure out what financial literacy is, according to them, and crucially, how we can start building it, like right now.
But what's great about this source, I think, is how practical it feels. Tasha connects the nuts and bolts of money with our actual feelings about it.
Okay, let's get into it then. So Tasha's definition of financial literacy, it's about understanding the flow, right? Money in, money out.
Exactly. Earning, spending, saving, investing, handling debt, all those pieces.
But the thing that really jumped out at me was her focus on confidence. It's not just about being rich, it's about feeling confident with your money.
That's such a key distinction, isn't it? Because as Tasha points out, you can have someone earning a really high salary, and they still feel totally lost, financially speaking, like they're broke.
So making more money doesn't automatically fix things?
Not at all. Financial literacy is like a separate skill. You have to learn it, which actually is good news, means you can start learning no matter what you earn right now.
Yeah, she said something, I think it was, you can make $1 million and still be drowning if you're not literate. Wow, that lands. And she uses these metaphors, armor and a toolkit. Why do you think she chose those? They seem quite powerful.
Well, armor, I think, really speaks to the protective side.
Right.
Understanding your finances shields you, from shocks, from bad decisions maybe.
Yeah.
Builds resilience.
Okay, protection. And the toolkit.
The toolkit is more about the practical skills it gives you.
Yeah.
Budgeting, understanding interest rates, investing basics. These are the tools you need to actually build something secure for the long run. It's empowering.
Right. Got it. Okay, so the source then moves on to tackling some common misconceptions. They call them financial illusions society sold us. I like that framing.
Me too. It acknowledges that these ideas are out there kind of floating around.
So the first one, I'm too young to worry about money. What's the counter argument there?
The big message is just start early. Even small amounts started early can grow significantly by the time you retire. It's all about that compounding effect.
Ah, compounding, where your money starts making money for you.
Exactly. So starting young, even small, pays off massively down the line. It's not about putting huge sums away, just starting the habit.
Which actually leads nicely into the next myth. I don't earn enough to save. A lot of people feel this, I think.
Definitely. But Tasha reframes saving as a habit, not a number. I thought that was brilliant.
A habit, not a number. So it's about the consistency.
Precisely. It's about building the discipline to set something aside regularly. Even if it's just a tiny amount to start. It builds momentum, gives you that feeling of control. It's less about the amount, more about the action.
Okay. Makes sense. Then the big one. Investing is only for rich people. This must stop so many people before they even start looking into it.
Oh, for sure. It feels exclusive, maybe intimidating.
Yeah. But what do Tasha and Alex say about that now?
They really emphasize how much technology has changed the game. Digital platforms, apps, they've made investing accessible.
Accessible how? Like with less money?
Exactly. You can start with really small sums.
Yeah.
Tasha mentions, I think, 100 shillings as an example, which is tiny. It blows away that idea that you need thousands to even begin.
So building wealth through investing isn't just a rich person's game anymore.
Not at all. The door's open much wider now.
Okay. And the last myth they covered, which felt very timely, I guess. My job is secure. I don't need a backup. They talked about 2020.
Yeah, that was a wake-up call for many, wasn't it? The core lesson there is resilience. Your financial security needs to be broader than just your main job.
Broader how?
It means having savings, definitely an emergency fund, maybe looking into other ways to earn income, and just generally understanding money better, having that money wisdom.
So 2020 really showed how quickly things can change, and you need a buffer.
A buffer and the knowledge to adapt. That's the resilience part.
Okay, so we've busted some myths. Let's talk budgeting. Often feels like a chore, maybe even restrictive. How does Tasha frame it?
She turns that on its head, calls it freedom in disguise.
Freedom. How so?
Her analogy is great. A GPS for your money.
A GPS. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it just means your budget gives your money direction. You tell it where to go based on your goals instead of just, wondering where it all went at the end of the month. It puts you in the driver's seat.
That's a much better way to think about it than restriction. So for someone new to this, where's a simple place to start? They mentioned the 50-30-20 rule.
Right. It's a really straightforward framework. Basically, you take your after-tax income.
Okay.
And 50% goes to needs rent or mortgage, food, utilities, transport, the essentials. Got it. 50% needs.
30% goes to wants. That's the fun stuff. Dining out, hobbies, entertainment.
Okay, 30% wants.
And the final 20% is for savings and paying off debt. Building that emergency fund, investing, tackling credit cards or loans.
50 needs, 30 wants, 20 savings debt. Seems simple enough. But what if, say, your rent is super high? Does 50% work for everyone?
Good point. And no, Tasha makes it clear it's flexible. It's a starting point, a guideline.
So you can adjust it.
Absolutely. Maybe you need 60% for needs right now, so you adjust to 60-20-20. Or maybe you're really focused on debt, so you go 70-10-20 for a while.
Ah, okay.
The main thing, she stresses, is progress, not perfection. Having a plan is better than having the perfect plan that doesn't fit your life.
That takes some pressure off. And what about enjoying life? People might worry budgeting means cutting out all the fun.
Yeah, the bread and water fear. But she addresses that directly. It's not about total deprivation.
It's about being intentional, aligning your spending with what you actually value. She uses the example of keeping Netflix if it brings you joy and fits the plan. Great. It's about conscious choices.
Intentional spending. Okay. This feels like it connects to the next point about mindset.
It really does. Tasha says something very direct. Your money habits are a reflection of your mindset.
Wow. Okay, unpack that a bit. How does mindset influence our, practical money habits?
Well, the source suggests our financial decisions often aren't purely logical. They're driven by emotions.
Emotions like?
Fear, maybe feeling like there's never enough scarcity, or feelings about our own self-worth. Past experiences, especially from childhood, can play a huge role.
She gave that example, didn't she? Someone who grew up with very little money.
Yeah, and even when they're earning well as an adult, they still carry that financial anxiety, that fear of scarcity. It drives their behavior, even if logically they know they're okay now.
That sounds really familiar, actually. I can see how that happens.
Right, so it highlights that financial literacy isn't just about spreadsheets and budgets. It's also about understanding those deeper beliefs and emotions around money, maybe even unlearning some harmful ones.
Building a healthier relationship with money, essentially.
Exactly that.
Okay, so let's say someone listening is feeling ready. They want to take control, build this literacy. What are the first practical steps Tasha suggests? She had a list, right?
Yes. 5 key starting steps from her Steps to Financial Independence segment. Step 1, track your spending.
Just write everything down.
Basically, yes. For a period, maybe a month.
Yeah.
Use an app, a notebook, whatever. The goal is just awareness. You need to know where the money is actually going before you can make changes. It's foundational.
Can't manage what you don't measure.
Yeah.
Okay, step 1, track. What's 2?
Step 2, create a basic budget. Now that you know where money's going, you make a plan for where you want it to go.
Using something like that 50-30-20 rule we talked about.
Could be. Or any method that works. Apps, spreadsheets. Tasha even mentioned the envelope system, physically putting cash in envelopes for different categories. The tool doesn't matter as much as having the plan.
Right. Okay, track, then budget. Step 3 sounds important.
Crucial. Step 3, start an emergency fund.
A safety net.
Exactly. The initial goal they suggest is saving up about 3 months' worth of essential living expenses. This protects you from those unexpected things, job loss, car trouble, medical stuff, without needing to go into debt.
3 months of essentials. Got it. Step 4 moves towards growth.
Yes. Step 4 is learn about investments. Just start learning.
Doesn't mean diving in head first.
Not necessarily. Just begin educating yourself. Tasha suggests resources everyone can access: YouTube, podcasts, books, understand the basics of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, whatever. Demystify it for yourself.
Build the knowledge first.
You're right.
And the 5th step.
Step 5 is about support. Get a money accountability buddy.
Like tell a friend your goals.
Could be a friend, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a family member. Or even a professional coach if you prefer. Just someone you can talk to about your goals who can help you stay motivated and on track. It makes it less isolating.
Track, budget, emergency fund, learn investing, get a buddy. Seems like a solid plan to start.
Very actionable steps, I think.
Definitely. So, wrapping up this deep dive into the Money Talks episode, what are the main things we've pulled out?
Well, financial literacy is clearly more than just math, isn't it? It's about understanding, gaining confidence, really taking control.
Yeah, and busting those limiting beliefs that you're too young, don't earn enough, that investing isn't for you.
Right. Seeing budgeting not as a cage, but as a tool for freedom, that GPS idea.
And recognizing how much our mindset, our emotions, influence our actual financial behaviors.
And finally, those clear, practical first steps anyone can take. Tracking, budgeting, emergency fund, learning, and getting support.
It really emphasizes that this isn't some secret knowledge for the few. It's learnable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The source really underlines that it's a skill set anyone can build, wherever they're starting from. And just by changing how we think about and handle money, we can really start to shape a better financial future. It's quite empowering, actually.
That is a great thought to end on. So for you listening, maybe take a moment to reflect. What beliefs are you holding about money? How might they be shaping your habits right now?
And maybe with just one small thing, one step from Tasha's list, perhaps, that you could realistically do today or this week.
Yeah, just one step to start building that more literate, more empowered financial future. It's definitely a journey, but hopefully this gives you some solid insights to get started.